In 1999, I sat where you are learning accounting, and I remember it well. It's tough out there. So I've got three stories for you. The first one is be rebellious in a constructive way. So I love to win. I do. I was a great tennis player. I was a good chess player, and I remember it was back in the day. I had an actuarial exam. So I studied actuarial studies back here and computer science. And on that night, I learned how to code dynamic databases, and I built my first website that actually talked to databases. Now back then, this is 2000 when the internet was starting. And on that night, instead of studying for the exam, I learned to build this website. And I turned up to the exam, I hadn't studied, and I failed the exam. I turned up and I filled a piece of paper, and I don't encourage everyone to fail exams, but I knew in that moment when I walked in and I failed that was not my path. And I probably wasn't the best student. I kind of turned up sometimes, but I learned a lot of things from university. And in that moment when I failed, I changed degrees. I started going and attending lectures that I wanted to attend, and I actually just passed by a building that I learned actually how to code other little things as well, which I'm sure you'll do as well. But what I'm trying to tell you is be a rebel. Some of the best learnings come from that. And break the rules constructively. The second story I've got for you is go live, start small, and iterate quickly. So no business plan when I started. I had no business plan. I didn't have any investment. I was building websites back in my college room in Dunmore Land. I don't know if anyone's on campus here, but big ups to the old Dunmore Land. I don't know if it's still around, but I hope it is. I started in my apartment, actually in my bedroom, and I started building in my college room, and I built this company called Freestyle Media, and it was a digital marketing agency. And I went on to sell that to a public company, and then I built Finder. And we move fast. I always move fast. I don't know exactly all the things. I don't plan. I move really quickly, and sometimes too quickly. In 2010, I got penalized by Google. It's like getting put in Google jail. So I broke, again, the Google Webmaster Guidelines. But by doing that, we got a start. We knew something would work. We had an unfair advantage. And everything was destroyed in the company. We had to go and rebuild it. But we evolved our processes, and now we've got a sustainable company, and we're spreading it all around the world. With Finder.com now, in the US, there's 83 different countries. So go live, start small, and iterate quickly. The third story I've got for you, it's called Reinvent Yourself. So, in 2016, I actually built the company up in Australia, so finder.com.au, which you probably know the jingle to, hopefully. Probably not. Yeah, there we go. Yeah! Woo! That was awesome. I remember sitting in the whiteboard trying to figure out what would rhyme with finder.com.au, and it came out as find a better deal for you, so that's where that comes from. But that was through many experiments. That was the 7th failure, by the way, of that jingle. There was 6 others before it that sounded terrible. In 2016, I had a tough time. It was a really dark place, actually. So I had all of my teams were taken off me, and I was kind of isolated inside Finder, which is a tough thing to do. Oh, wow, this is intense. So just like inside your own company that you build, and then you lose everything, that's really tough. And I went to a really dark place, and I was kind of isolated, and I went to my co-founder, Frank, and I said, I don't really do anything here anymore. And he said, that's okay. Just stand by your computer, man. Everyone knows you built part of this company. it's okay. I said, nah, I just can't do that. So I said to him 2 weeks later, hey, do you mind if I get in a plane and go to, and start Finder in America? He said, go for it. Because, back then I was causing havoc and I was a terrorist inside my own company. It's like Scooby-Doo, like that ghost that hangs around the house. I was that guy. Trying to keep everything the same as it was. That was me. So I flew over to New York City and we got an Airbnb. It was a dark time for me. And we started Finder.com again. And through that journey, I realized I'm not the manager of a big company. I'm not that guy. I'm the starter of small ones. And I found myself again. And I was so inspired and I was back. So what I encourage you to do is to stay curious and be courageous. If there was one thing I was to leave you with, it would be a rebel, break the rules, and maybe even write some yourself. So I wish you all the best of luck. Good luck.